Losing weight and burning fat can be tough, especially when you're not seeing fast results in the mirror or on the scale. But the good news is, there are simple and proven methods to speed up the process. By making changes to your diet, increasing physical activity, or adjusting daily habits, you can boost your metabolism and help your body burn fat more efficiently. Today, I'll share 10 effective strategies to accelerate fat loss, all supported by science and shown to help with weight reduction. Let's begin with the method many people don't know about, called the protein-sparing modified fast, or PSMF for short. This is a weight loss approach that helps you get lean quickly. It works by limiting calories to a very low amount, while focusing on high-protein, low-fat, and low-carb foods. The PSMF diet usually includes lean proteins like chicken, fish, and turkey, along with low-carb vegetables such as spinach, broccoli, and cauliflower. Other foods are avoided. Before trying this, make sure your body fat percentage is above 26% for men or 39% for women. In that case, you can follow a PSMF for 2 weeks. Then take 2 weeks off by returning to maintenance calories with a more balanced intake of protein, carbs, and fats. Just ensure you don't go over your maintenance calorie level. This strategy can be done for 4 to 12 weeks without risking muscle loss, as long as you eat enough protein and continue strength training. If your body fat is below those numbers, don't follow this plan regularly. Instead, you can apply the PSMF guidelines 1 or 2 non-consecutive days each week, preferably on rest days when you're not training. Stick to lean protein only. Skip all other foods, and aim for at least 0.73 grams of protein per pound of body weight daily. While strict, this method is one of the fastest ways to lose fat while preserving muscle when done properly. Another option besides PSMF is following a more aggressive calorie cut. This means lowering your calorie intake more than usual. Again, how much you reduce depends on your current body fat level. If you're unsure of your body fat percentage, refer to the visuals on screen as I explain each category. For males above 26% or females above 39% body fat, you can reduce your calorie intake by 40 to 50% for maintenance. If you're a man between 21 to 26% or a woman between 33 to 39%, aim for a 30 to 40% deficit. Males at 14 to 21% or females at 24 to 33% should stay within a 20 to 30% cut, and those at 10 to 14% for men or 14 to 24% for women should stay in the 5 to 20% range, even with larger calorie reductions. You don't need to worry about losing muscle provided you get enough protein, strength train, and sleep well. For example, in a study where participants ate only 800 calories daily for 12 weeks, they still maintained muscle mass when lifting weights 3 times weekly. In another study, obese men cut 1,000 calories daily, trained 3 times per week, and lost over 20 pounds of fat without muscle loss. This leads to the next tip: focusing workouts on strength training and building muscle. Maintaining muscle during weight loss is helpful not only for appearance but also for long-term fat loss, since muscle improves metabolism and insulin sensitivity. Beyond eating enough protein, the key to keeping muscle is maintaining your strength. While it's normal to get slightly weaker during a calorie cut, your goal should be to hold on to your previous weight loads as long as possible. Only reduce the weight if you can't complete your minimum rep range. For example, if you were benching 135 pounds for 10 reps, continue doing so unless you drop below 6 reps. If that happens, lower the weight by 5 to 10 pounds and work from there. Don't drop weight too early just because you feel fatigued from dieting. Stay consistent and keep challenging yourself. Another easy step is to begin each meal with a salad, vegetables, or low-calorie soup. As mentioned in earlier videos, drinking water before eating stretches the stomach slightly, which helps reduce hunger. These foods do something similar, helping you feel fuller before eating higher-calorie items like protein, carbs, and fats. Just remember not to drown your salad in high-calorie dressings or excess oil. Low-calorie soup options include tomato, miso, vegetable, or mushroom. For quick veggies, toss frozen mixed vegetables into a pan with a bit of oil and seasoning. They're just as nutritious as fresh ones and save prep time. If you can't make veggies, soup, or salad, at least drink 1 or 2 glasses of water before eating. It can still help manage hunger and support fat loss. Adding more fiber to your diet is another easy, effective way to help maintain a calorie deficit. Fiber helps you feel full and reduces how much you eat throughout the day. Some studies show that just 14 extra grams of fiber daily can cut overall calorie intake by 10%. Fiber slows digestion and has low energy density, providing just 2 calories per gram. Its rough texture also forces more chewing, which contributes to feeling satisfied. Men should aim for at least 38 grams of fiber daily, while women should target 25 grams. Veggies are a great source, but you can also find fiber in less obvious places, like plain, butter-free popcorn, which is a filling, low-calorie snack. If you often crave sugar, a simple fix is to replace sugary foods with artificial sweeteners. On average, Americans consume about 270 calories a day in added sugar, mostly from soda. That's nearly 1,900 calories weekly. Eliminating these can help you lose about half a pound of fat per week. Sugary foods don't satisfy hunger well, so they often lead to overeating. Studies show people who eat more added sugar tend to weigh more. The reverse is also true. Sugary drinks helps reduce calories and supports fat loss. Try switching soda for water, tea, coffee, or diet soda. Most research shows that sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose are safe in recommended amounts. However, one study linked saccharin to negative effects on gut health and blood sugar in some participants, so avoiding it may be wise. Walking more is another highly effective yet simple method to burn more calories. To lose weight, you need a calorie deficit by eating less or moving more. Walking can help with the latter. Walk your dog more often, take strolls in nature, or park farther from your destination. These small actions add up significantly over time. A 155-pound person burns about 270 calories walking at a moderate pace for an hour, which adds up to nearly 1,900 calories per week. The benefit of low-intensity cardio like walking is that it doesn't lead to energy compensation, where your body becomes less active later in the day to conserve energy. That often happens with more intense workouts. Walking keeps your total movement up without the side effects, so make it part of your daily routine, or try other light activities like biking, hiking, or gardening. A more intense option is high-intensity interval training, HIIT. This involves combining exercises like burpees, squats, and mountain climbers in short circuits with minimal rest. According to Harvard Health, a 185-pound person can burn up to 577 calories during just 30 minutes of HIIT cycling, since 1 pound of fat equals about 3,500 calories. Doing this daily could burn more than a pound of fat each week, especially if you weigh more than 185 pounds. You'll also want to ensure you're getting enough essential vitamins and minerals to support fat loss. Most micronutrients play a role in metabolism and energy balance. For instance, iodine is needed for thyroid function. Calcium helps manage fat cells, and zinc influences metabolic rate, especially if you're deficient. One study showed that a woman low in zinc raised her resting metabolic rate by 527 calories per day just by correcting that deficiency. Iron is also crucial for energy, and low levels can reduce strength and endurance. Vitamin D may affect appetite and is often lacking in many diets. Some research suggests that low vitamin D levels may increase hunger, which can contribute to weight gain. Even with a healthy diet, people often miss out on key nutrients due to poor food quality, stress, or heavily filtered water. Ideally, you'd get everything you need from whole foods and sunlight, but supplements can be useful when you're falling short. Finally, the most important tip is to stay consistent. Avoid jumping from one plan to another. Momentum matters more than perfection. Even if you complete a PSMF phase, stick with clean eating when returning to maintenance calories. That consistency will lead to real, lasting results. That wraps it up. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel.